I can already tell that 2020 is not going to be a great year for YouTube, particularly the creators who make money off and do YouTube as a job. About a month ago now, I did a video on a new little phrase in YouTube's terms and conditions that I'll read it out again. YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. So what they're basically saying, if you don't make us money, we're going to terminate your channel. But what it actually means is that if you aren't able to make us money, we're going to terminate your channel. So I suppose what it meant is cracking down on the channels that aren't really like suitable for monetization. By which I presume it means things like graphic content or hateful content or illegal content, I don't really know. Or what I presume it means is that YouTube channels that aren't able to receive monetization because they break YouTube's community guidelines, they're going to terminate them, basically. That's my kind of interpretation on the phrase. So, you know, I mean, fair enough, I suppose. I mean, you don't really want hateful graphic content on your site, I suppose. There are other websites for that, like the dark web. If you really want to see some blood and gore, then don't come on YouTube. I've never been on the dark web, by the way, I'm just saying. Let's cast our minds back to 2016, I think, where YouTube implemented the no swearing policy. It's not called that, and, you know, it's not really a big deal now, because I think YouTube changed it. I'm just calling it that because I don't really know the real name, the monetizer-friendly terms and conditions, I suppose. If you have read it, then you'll probably know that some of the things on there are kind of fair enough, I mean, but some are more stupid than others. Controversial, sensitive subjects and events, even if graphic imagery isn't shown. Like, why? What about news channels and that? Or just channels that wanted to talk about, say they were involved in a hurricane or something and they wanted to make a story about their experience. Why would you take away their right to make money? But I think they changed some of them, particularly the swearing vulgar language rule, because I saw this a few months ago. The conditions, the slightly newer conditions, you're allowed to say mild swear words, or what they deem as mild swear words, and you're allowed to use words like fuck if they're bleeped out. Like how I did there, I just couldn't be bothered to find the dog bark sound. Oh yeah, I find it now that I've stopped bothering. But yeah, some of these things are pretty stupid, but at least we've connected the dots, you know, at least it makes sense in the means that it's all been joined up, you know, we've connected the dots. I wish the story ended there, but it really doesn't. It's bad enough that they're terminating people that do that kind of stuff, but there's a whole other, there's something else to discuss. By now, the time I'm filming this, you've probably heard of a little thing called COPPA, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Long story put, as short as humanly possible, that a company must not let people under 13 use their website with their knowledge. Or a company that made a website that wasn't for people under 13, yeah, they shouldn't be allowing people under 13 to use their website with their knowledge, because the official YouTube site is actually not for people under 13, it's for, if you're under 12, then you pretty much have to resort to the YouTube Kids app. So if you're under 13, you're pretty much not allowed to use the YouTube app, you have to use the YouTube Kids app, or kind of in a way. So yeah, if you're under 13, you can either use the YouTube Kids app or do what everyone else does, and that's just lie about your age. Everyone, and I mean everyone, you can't tell me that you have never lied about your age on a website just to be able to go on it. Let's be honest here, everyone's done it, including me, tens of times. We've all made an account at very least once, where we've lied about our age. And it gets to the point that everyone knows that it's happening. So many people know about it that even YouTube themselves know that people are lying about their age. Like, they don't have to, they don't need any proof of age. All you have to do is check a box that says I am over 13. And YouTube found out this was actually happening and just turned a blind eye to it. Certainly wouldn't be the first time. And they're not supposed to do that because it's against US law. So they were doing that, and the FTC caught on and pretty much caught YouTube red-handed. They caught YouTube pretending to not know that 13-year-olds are signing up to their site, and they went, listen, you're not supposed to be doing that. You're being a bit illegal here. So in turn, YouTube implemented a kind of, you basically have to tell them whether your video is made for kids or not. They implemented this thing in the YouTube Studio thingy, but I haven't even started on the bad stuff yet. If you select yes, my video is made for kids, then you lose, I think 90% of your ad revenue and you also don't get it recommended, people don't get it in their sub boxes, and the video isn't even searchable. I'm sorry, what? Your video pretty much gets unlisted by YouTube because you made it for kids. What is that? Why? But if you select no, it's not made for kids, and the FTC think you do make videos for kids, basically if the FTC think you're lying, then you risk a fine of up to $42,000 per fucking video. That is how much you get fined if you are apparently caught lying by the FTC. I forgot to say this in the video, but you also can just have it taken down. But to be honest, I mean, it's the FCC we're talking about here. It's probably not going to be very likely. 42,000. Okay, let that sink in. Let's do a bit of comparing just to put that number into perspective. $42,000 is enough to buy 42 iPhone 11 Pros, 2 Renault Clios, almost enough to buy a Tesla Model X, 3 Ocelot kittens, or wait for it, 10,500 Big Macs. That is how much the FTC wants to fine you for ticking a box. Why 42,000? Are you really going to fine us that much? That's more than what some people make in a year, and you're fining them that because they checked a box. Really, Federal Trade Commission. And the reason I said the thing at the start is because YouTube said they wanted to terminate channels that were, not following their community guidelines in terms of being family friendly, because they were implying that they wanted to crack down on channels that weren't. So they're either contradicting themselves or they're changing it, which is probably the most likely thing. I reckon they'll change what they said at the start. I mean, YouTube is stupid, but they're not that stupid. But their justifications on what a video that's made for kids is it's one of the most awful, if not the most awful thing I've seen come out of a YouTube community guideline. By the way, the screenshots aren't my screenshots. They're from George Memulus's video. So yeah, if you want to, you can go and watch that if you want. I just couldn't find it myself, but yeah, they're not mine. They're from George Meemulus, but yeah. They've got something about subject matter here. Subject matter that is appealing to children, e.g. kids' jokes, music, kids' games, video computer games, children's TV shows or stars, cartoon characters, sports, stories, toys, children's books, fantasy, children's arts and crafts, pets, products primarily purchased or consumed by kids, like snack food or cereal. So something as tiny and stupid as, say I filmed myself eating cereal, I would have lost 90% of my ad revenue because that video has been deemed for kids by the FTC. Some of the other ones as well. Games. What about a gory zombie game? Yeah, is that for kids? Yes. Because, all games are for kids. The 18 symbol means nothing to the FTC. Because, they're just going to make your video unlisted and you're not going to make money off it. Language of the website, such as language that is simple enough to be understandable to children 12 and under, short, colourful descriptions, slang and pop culture phrases, e.g. a kids site may be identified by such language as kids only, fun, free stuff, whatever, cool, games, and ask your parents. In what world are words like them considered for kids? Or why should 90% of someone's right to make money be taken away because they said something like that? But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after this. Now, YouTube themselves have made a video, pretty much a question and answer video about the new Made for Kids and COPPA kind of situation on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, it's a great video. It answers most of the biggest questions, but it just kind of raises some more questions, kind of. I mean, I'm not watching it all. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to go and watch it. But at the start of the video, they said this.
In order to help you comply with the law, we're now required to ask you to mark all of your videos as made for kids or not. You know your videos and audience best. So we've launched a new audience setting that lets you tell us if your videos are made for kids or not.
But I don't get why you don't just use YouTube Kids. Like, isn't that why you made it in the first place? For kids, and just for them to tell me who I make my videos for, like that the FTC can look at my video and go, yeah, no, I know you said that you didn't make that for kids, but we think that you did. How are you telling me who I made this video for? I think I know better than anyone. And I mean, you're not even using valid reasons. You're doing that because there's some colours in it. Like, basically, my videos are basically made for kids because there are some colours in it. Like, what would a video be without any colours? Would you rather watch some black and white rubbish like people used to in the 1960s? For the most part, and I did watch that video, she said that just because a video has colours in it, that you're not going to lose your house because you put colours in your video and said that it wasn't made for kids. But yeah, I don't know why they made it so vague, to be honest, but they're not as strict as they seem. But at the same time, just use YouTube Kids. Please, like, why you... It's just so stupid, isn't it? Okay, I was going to end the video here and just do my outro like I usually do. I don't know how I haven't come across this before. So there's this guy called Creekcraft who apparently spoke to some executives at FTC about the YouTube COPPA thing and actually changed their mind. I don't know. I've watched like 5 minutes of the video. I'm gonna go watch it after this video goes live, probably. I'll leave a link to it down below in the description alongside the YouTube Q&A thing. So you can watch it with me, I suppose, right after this video goes live. The video itself is called YouTube is Saved, COPPA Good News. And yeah, I mean, the best way I can describe it to you is just if you go and watch it. So yeah, link is in the description. Give it a watch. It's a great video. And yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. I really hope you did enjoy it. It's like 2:30 in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed now. Follow me on all my rarely used social media. The links are down below in the description. And my second channel, which is also quite rarely used. It's down below in the description. There's a lot of stuff in the description. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoyed. And that's pretty much all from me. So have a nice day, and in a bit, fellas.